Welcome back, everybody. Getty Trades here. So, gonna go over two of my trades that I took off of my watch list. I put 6 up last night, and 4 of them didn't play out, but that's okay because I put these levels in here just to make sure. I don't usually put the levels on there, but I think I'm gonna start doing that more often. So let's look at crowd here. So these are my levels right here. And I modified them pre-market with how much crowd pulled down from where it was. And I also learned that crowd sucks to trade, and I won't be trading it anymore. The option movement is terrible, the spread's terrible, didn't like any part of it. So, modified here, we got long, trigger was 151.65, resistance 151.50, and my goal was 153.50. And one of the reasons I modified it is this morning my 9 daily MA was at right around that 151.50 mark. So if we lost that, cut it. So I took my first entry here at 151.77 ish is where it ended up getting filled. Then I took my second entry here on this next candle pullback. And we have this low from the previous day I didn't want to break either, which is also about a little bit less than the 151.50. So held through all this, and my calls didn't move hardly at all. They stayed very spready, didn't go up much. Then on this pullback, they were very red compared to where I bought in over here. So I finally got back into the money on them as we were breaking over the high of this candle. They finally got back to break even, and then they were green up here. So I went ahead and took profit. I was just tired of dealing with crowd, didn't want any more to do with it, and I didn't even want to wait for my 153.50 target here. So I went all out at the red green spot. Missed out on some more profits, but like I said, this one just moved terrible, which leads me into my next. No. Let's talk about this one too. I know I said 2. We're going to talk about 3. Carvana was on my list, and I had a trigger this morning to go long on it over 24, and I didn't modify it from the gap down it gave us in pre-market, so I kind of ignored that trigger until this afternoon. I let it play out, and at 24, you can see where we came up, broke it, pulled back, came up, broke it, pulled back, broke it, pulled back. I wasn't confident on these big candles that were pushing up in through it and pulling back that it was going to hold. So I let this breakout happen, pulled back through, and never went back. So I'm glad I didn't take that breakout there, because it didn't work out. I did, however, grab calls. I grabbed calls right here, right at the bottom. I nailed the bottom of this, and I ended up closing them up here for a loss. Go figure. So Carvana acted just like crowd. The options pricing did not move well in my favor, and it was very spready. For the same call that I purchased, the spread would be anywhere from 7 cents to 20 cents through this range. And of course I picked like the one stock that did not bounce very well, but it still bounced $1 up from where I bought, and I sold it for a loss. So I'm not going to be playing Carvana anymore. That was a joke. Then Unity, this one are the same numbers from my watch list in the Ideas channel. Didn't have to change any numbers here this morning. Go long at 39, risk 38.75, and the goal is 40 plus, or short it at 38.30, risk 38.50, and the goal was $36 or less. We did hit 38.30 one time today. We broke through it. But that's not enough for me. I need to see it close below uh, my trigger points or close above my trigger point, depending on which way you're going. And then let that next candle prove that it's going to hold. So I got long on it right here. Nope, come down here. Right on the 39, we broke through. The next candle came back, touched it, and as it started to pull away, I went long on it. And I covered some here. And then I covered the rest right before the big takeoff. My goal was 40. This wick broke up above 40, and then it started to pull back. So I went ahead and sold it. I got a portion of the move. Really missed the big move. I really should have zoomed out and looked at the bigger picture on this run up, because I've had this 42.24 up here from, I think it was September's high, and it bounced off of it perfectly. That would have been the spot to have held at least a couple. So 2 trades worked out great off my watch list. 4 were not playable. It just so much movement pre-market really changed all the levels I had set out the night before, made them unfavorable to me. But anyway, that's what I got for you guys, and we'll see you next time.